In this video, I'm going to show you how you can set up OpenClaw on your computer and you will make a AI chatbot assistant like me. Here you can see I just create a AI chatbot assistant that is replying based on my queries, and sometimes they asked also. So it will act like your personalized AI assistant. Okay, so how you can do that? So let's get started. Okay, to get started, at the beginning we'll open a browser and here we'll simply search OpenClaw. Then go to this website. This is the official website of OpenClaw, and here if you scroll a little bit you will find quick start section, and here you will have a online installer. So using this command you can just install OpenClaw on your computer and start building AI assistant. Okay, so here the one thing is that this command is actually work for macOS and Linux. If you have a Windows user, then you will go to this section, then copy this one, and you will have to the same way as I'm going to follow in this video tutorial. Okay, so I am a Mac user, so that's why I will choose this first tab and then copy this command. I will simply minimize it right now. Then what you will have to do, if you are a Windows user, you will have to open PowerShell, and for me actually I will open terminal. Then here let me zoom it a little bit. What you will do, here you will simply paste the command that you copied from here. Actually just copy this command and paste it here by Ctrl V, and then simply press enter. Look, OpenClaw installer is here. It by default detect your operating system and it requires homebrew, Node.js and GitHub. So you must have to install that, or by default this OpenClaw installer will install on behalf of you. Okay, so right now you can see it's installing OpenClaw version 2026.4.2. so this is actually the right now version available. Okay, it takes few seconds, you will have to wait. After a few seconds you will prompt this. I understand this is a personal by default or shared multi-user required lockdown, so it's actually a security questions. You will have to agree with it to continue, so that's why I will choose yes and then press enter. And then here is the setup mode. Would you like to quick start or just set up manually? I will go with quick start and it's easiest way, so you must select quick start here. Then you will have to choose a model or auth provider. If you have Claude CLI and API key, you will go with Anthropic. If you have Copilot, then you will go with here. You will have DeepSeek option, Gemini option, and lots of options here. But for using free, you will go with Olama. Okay, so you will have to choose this one. So to use this one, you will have to, let me just minimize it for now. At the beginning, if you want to go with free version and use your chatbot for free, you will open Olama. So Olama is a open source platform. You can go to Olama. Here you can run large language model for free. Okay, so what you can do, you can simply copy this CLI command or simply download it and install it. Okay, so to install it, let me take a new Windows and I will simply let me here, I will minimize it. Here what you will do, I will simply copy this command and then paste it here. Okay, let me press enter. Look, right now it's installing for macOS and it takes few seconds. It's a very lightweight application, so wait until it's completed. After installing it, you can see in my app section I have Olama. So let me open it. This is Olama. You will have to open it, and here you will find some models here available for you. Let me close it and back to the terminal, and here we will choose Olama. When Olama is selected, let me press enter. Then it will take the base URL, so simply press enter here. Then it asks, would you like to use Olama cloud and local mode or simply local mode? I will go with cloud plus local. Let me press enter. Next thing, it will ask for the model. Right now this is actually default model, but if you have model installed, then you can go with it. I have few model installed. How I install this all of this model? So let me show you. Here under this model section, you will have lots of model. You can choose any of this model. For example, if you want to install the latest Game of 4 model, go here, and then if you just choose the model version, for example, based on your hardware, you can choose any of this model. So you can go with this latest model, go there, and then copy this command, open terminal and paste it and press enter. It will be automatically download on your machine, and then you can just get that here. Okay, you can get that here like me. So what you can do, that if you don't have any model there, you can simply go continue with keep current or default model. Okay, so for this tutorial purpose, I think you don't have others model installed, so that's why I will go with the first option. Then let me press enter, and here it will ask for the channel selection. Look, if you want to use OpenClaw to make a Telegram chatbot or WhatsApp chatbot, you can just select from here. Look, here you will have option. The first option is for Telegram, the second option is for WhatsApp, Discord, Google Chat, Slack and others. So for this tutorial purpose, I will go with Telegram bot API. Then the first one selected, let me press enter. Then it asks you need to configure the bot token. Okay, so how we can do this? You will open Telegram, then chat with bot father, then you will have to run this command, then copy token and do other stuff. Okay, so for doing this, we will open Telegram. I'm using Telegram web, and here we'll simply search. Let me search bot father. Okay, FATACR father, and you will find this person. So you will have to chat with this bot father. You must have to make sure that it's verified account. Don't use this fake profile. Go with this first one. Then from here you will click this start button, and right now you can have all of this stuff. What you can do, simply click here /new bot, or simply type it here. Let me click here. Then it will ask for just give a name of your bot. I will do something like this, personal assistant. Okay, this is my bot name. Then what you will do, you will have to choose a username for your bot. You will have to choose a username. For example, I will see p_assistant_. You must have to make sure at the end you will have bot, either bot bot or _bot. You must have to include it at the end of the username. Okay, then let me press enter. Okay, this username is taken. So what I can do, that I will have to choose another username. Let me just add some number, something like this. Let me press enter. Okay, oh sorry, I just forget to do this way. I will have to add number here. Okay, now let me press enter. Now you can see, congratulations, you have your new bot. You will copy this HTTP API back to your terminal, and here choose the enter Telegram bot token. Let me press enter, and here you will have to paste your token. Let me press enter. And now for search provider, you can just go with any search browser. For example, you go with Bravo, DuckDuckGo or Gemini. So this is actually Google search and all of this stuff, and I actually don't go any of with this. You can just set up it later, no worries. You can just go with skip for now. Then would you like to enable a skill? I don't do it for now, so that's why I will choose no. Then press enter. Here, would you like to enable hooks? You can just do it, but for now I will go with skip for now. So to select any of this, you can just go to up and down by using up and down arrow key, and which one you would like to select, just press spacebar. So when I just press spacebar, then the first one is selected. Then I will press enter. Now you can see the gateway is installed, and here would you like to want with each UI? This is actually TUI, that means terminal UI. I don't go with terminal UI. I will open the web UI. So that's why let me go to down and select the second one, press enter. So right now we can see here is your interface. You can chat with it, you can say hi, then it will just let me reply So each actually your bot will be reply here within a few seconds based on this specific model you selected. Look, this is your reply. You just say hi and it will generate a reply for it. Okay, but it's actually not communicating with your bot. So how you can communicate your bot as a personal assistant? So that's why, look, your bot, you will find your bot on this link. So go to this link, and right now let me click this start button. So when you click this start button, it says you will have to configure and pairing your bot by using this code. So what you will do, copy this command. Now back to the chat and simply paste it here. Let me press enter. You can see it's actually pair your bot with the chat. Okay, so successfully done. You don't do that, your bot is actually doing that. Okay, when it's actually connected right now, if you back here, you can just chat with your personal assistant from your phone, from your PC, from your laptop, whenever and wherever you can do. For example, let me ask something like this: which OS version OS I am using? So using, I'm just asking a questions to my bot, and let me check if it's actually can reply. It's actually typing the reply right now. Look, it says I'm using Mac OS, and it's perfectly give me the right answer. So let me try with another command. What time is it now? Okay, then look, when I just command this, it will just generate an answer with the right time. Okay, and see, it's perfectly says the time of my geolocations. Then the next thing is that I am just asking very little and simple questions, but you can just do more deep questions on it, and your chatbot assistant will just reply you. They will assist you whenever you need support or help. Okay, so by following this way, you can just create a Telegram chatbot assistant for your business. So no worries. I hope if you face any issues, just leave a comment. I will just give you solution